Hey team, welcome to your Yoga Flow. This is volume 2, and in this volume we're going to be doing and working with a little bit of breath work, mindfulness, and we always start with a preparatory flow that we do not hold. We just go through a dynamic range of motion, and then we get into the main flow. To start off today, to help you with your mindfulness, we're going to do 2 rounds of box breathing. And real quick explanation, you're going to inhale for 5 seconds. That's the first side of the box. Hold for 5 seconds. That's the top of the box. Exhale for 5 seconds. That's the other side of the box. And then hold for 5 seconds. And then we'll do that twice through. It's a good way to start to connect to your breath, feel where it's at in the body, and kind of divert or disconnect from thinking that you are your thoughts and feel more that you're observing. So you kind of shake it on out. First side of the box, 5-second inhale, and we begin. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. And release. So you can always come back to that feeling of just paying attention to the breath while you're moving. We are going to start off in a tabletop position. This is your preparatory flow, just to kind of get you warmed up for the super main event, which is the main flow. Tabletop position, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to go through each motion about 3 times. Pick up the right leg and you're going to make a circle with the hip all the way back to the center, and then just drop it over, laying completely flat. Keep this knee nice and relaxed, and then come back over to reset 2 more times. So big circle outside, go for a full range of motion, draw it towards the center. Then let the right leg be heavy, bend the right knee as it always should be, and then just drop and completely relax. So I'm not straightening my left leg, I'm just dropping and shifting the weight. 1 more time, back to tabletop. Circle the hip to the outside. Go for that full range of motion. Keep your shoulders kind of square. Squeeze the core. Right leg will pick up and over. And then just let the right leg get heavy. It'll just drop you right to the other side. And then come back to center. Back to tabletop. We'll take some moving cat and cow. So drop the hips back towards the heels. You can add a little breath pattern to this. Sending the hips back as you arch. 2 more. Inhale on the way back. Exhale as you contract. Last one, inhale. Feeling the spine, feeling the breath. See where it's at in the body. Finish in neutral spine. Slide the shoulders down the back. Left leg, left knee is going to pick up this time, and then you're going to make a big circle to the outside. Draw the knee towards the center. Pick it up, let the leg get heavy, and then just drop. Transfer, you can even roll all the way to the other bum. Come back to center. Tabletop, circle, outside. Squeeze, pick up, and then just drop. Being mindful of where your breath is at, if it's at the nose, if it's in the chest. Bonus points if you can get it down to the belly. Big circle, center, open, drop. Transfer a little bit, come back to tabletop position. This time we're going to circle the hips to the right 3 times, going through child's pose into tabletop. You can swing and arc, so I'm scooping as I go back. As you go forward, open up the chest a little bit. Last one. This is going to get the hips, obviously the shoulders, the rib cage. Swing it back and around. You can inhale as your chest opens up. Exhale as you scoop and round. 1 more. And let's see if you can breathe through the nose. And exhale through the nose, maybe a little Darth Vader breath. You can constrict the throat slightly. Send your arms slightly in front of the shoulders. We're going to move on to the next section. As you inhale, send the right leg back and let it trace your body back. And then as you exhale, right knee outside, right pinky, and then just drop all the way down. And then push, send it back. So you're just going for this range of movement. You can start by putting the foot down, then the knee, and then I just let my left hip press forward as I drop, and then push. Last one. Inhale, outside, let the hip track, and then as you exhale, just lower all the way down. Back to center. Other side, so left leg, extend. Notice it's kind of pulling back. And then as it comes in, squeeze the core, squeeze the side obliques. You can start by putting the foot down, then the knee. Option to stay right here, or you just come all the way down. Squeeze the core, push up, hips up, and then back. 2 more. Kind of opening up the hips so you can external hip rotation and you're pressing the right hip forward for a little hip extension. Shoulders are down the back body. Send it back as if someone's pulling leg back. In, knee, and then lower all the way down. Squeeze the core, push straight up. Finish in a tabletop position. Walk your hands back towards your knees, about hip width or shoulder width distance with the knees. Drop your bum, your seat. I keep on acting like I'm from England. Drop your bum right between your heels, wide. Fingertip the floor, and then you can go to your range of motion or option to drop all the way down to the forearms. Press up to the palms, fingertips. Press the hips up, take a big inhale. Mini back bend. So very shallow back bend at the top. You might go here, or you might drop all the way down, sending it back 2 more times. Imagine you're pulling your shoulders away from the tips of your knees. Then back to the palms. Shins, reaching up, big inhale. And I'm not really even doing a back bend, I'm more reaching up. I'm feeling length in the spine, feel the palms, the fingers, drop the hips, send everything back. Back up, take a big inhale. As you exhale, fingertip the floor, palm it, hands shoulder width apart, knees probably about hip width apart because we're going right into downward facing dog. We're going to do 3 of these, alternating right knee and left knee. You're going to articulate and then drop the right knee and then back to down dog. Articulate, drop the left knee, rolling through from the ball of the foot, tiptoe to the top of the outside of the foot. Roll through, so I'm going from the ball to the tiptoe to the outside, or top of my foot rather. A little bit of a arch at the top. Last set. And I really want you to take time to kind of feel the feet and what kind of state they're in. Maybe splay the toes open. A lot of muscles and nerve endings in the feet and the hands. So find that connection. Look between the hands, walk the feet between the hands. Capture opposite elbow and just sway side to side for a second. Let it go, roll it all the way up. We're gonna work on a little bit of thoracic rotation and then get right into the main flow with 1 vinyasa. Keep your feet hip width apart. Right arm's gonna start. You're gonna capture the left hip with the left hand and imagine pulling it forward. Going from right side to left side, you start the swing, swing it back. The other hand, the opposite hand, is pulling the hip forward so you get a little more rotation. It'll help quiet the hips. So you want a mobile waist. And in this section, stable hips. Finish in the center, toes together, heels slightly apart. We're gonna do 1 vinyasa. Option to do cobra or up dog. I'm choosing a cobra for today. Take a big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. High push up, drop both knees, flip to the tops of the feet. Option to do an upward dog or lower, all the way down to the belly with me. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, drop down. tuck back toes. Plank position, downward dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. You can do another ragdoll or drop down into child's pose. I'm going to turn up these beats a little bit. We're going into the main flow now. So deep breath into the belly, the rib cage of the chest. Whether you're in ragdoll or in child's pose, we're going to go through each of the sections 3 times, holding the highlighted asana on the 4th round. If you're in child's pose or you're in ragdoll, walk your hands out. Child's pose, come into downward dog. Pedal the knees left and right. We are going to start with the right leg. Right leg's going to swoop up. Take a big inhale, coming into scorpion. As you exhale, come from the side into tiger curl. Right knee to right tricep. Inhale. So I want you to over-exaggerate the articulation and the journey from scorpion, which is going to be an external rotation of the right hip into a neutral hip. As you come into tiger curl, that was the last one. Inhale, scorpion. Exhale, right foot's going to step between the hands. Stack, knee over the ankle, back heel lifted, spine is nice and long. Swooping the arms up, take a big inhale, coming into your crescent lunge. As you exhale, draw both elbows towards the center, bend the back knee, little sun gaze. Inhale, reach forward into arrowhead. As you exhale, you're coming into a variation of Shiva squat. Right leg will straighten, left knee will go behind or next to right knee, and then straight back into crescent. 2 more times, big inhale. As you exhale, elbows draw in. Inhale, arrowhead, spine is long. Exhale, knee behind knee, Shiva variation, 3rd time through. Big inhale. Crescent. As you exhale, draw everything in towards the center. You can look up towards ceiling, sky. Inhale, reaching into arrowhead, biceps with the ears. Articulate as you exhale. Press down through the 4 corners of the feet. On this round, we're going to hold highlighted asana for about 2 breaths. Breathing into the shape. So pay attention to the breath. Observe where you're at. Option to inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. On your next inhale, sun gaze. Bend the back knee. On your next inhale, your hamstring should be feeling it right about now. Reaching into arrowhead, biceps with the ears, spine is nice and long. 1 more breath. On your next inhale, launch yourself forward, coming into your Shiva squat variation. Arms are straight, reaching out. Back knee is bent. Bounce 4 corners of the feet. On your next inhale, stepping back, coming into warrior 2, just a transition. Breathing here. Inhale, coming into star pose, heels in, toes out. Exhale, warrior 2 to the back of the mat. And that should feel nice. Inhale, come back to the breath. Come back to being mindful. Exhale, warrior 2 to the top of the mat. Inhale. Star pose, reaching up, hips nice and tall, heels in, toes out. Exhale, warrior 2 to the back. Hips over shoulders, knee stacked over your ankle, back leg engaged. Inhale. As you exhale, warrior 2 to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Now in the 4th round, we're not going to hold the warrior 2 to the front. And we're not going to hold the star pose. We are going to hold the warrior 2 to the back though. About 2 breaths. Separate your shoulders. Create space in the body. Spine is vertical. Hold here for 1 more breath. Imagine you're lengthening through your hips, which will lengthen your tailbone, ideally, naturally. On your next inhale, come through star. Listen for the change. Big inhale. Open up. Elbows to ribs, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Send the arms out in front, scoop the belly as if you're doing cat and cow. Inhale, straighten legs, arms to the sides. 2 more. Arms come up. Inhale. Elbows draw in, looking up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, articulate. Send everything through. Wave the arms. Inhale. Arms out. Exhale. Arms up. 3rd round. Inhale. So a little mini back bend variation on sun gaze and star pose. As you exhale, send everything through. And then you're going to open up on the inhale. Last round. On this time, we're going to hold the sumo/star for about 2 breaths. Big inhale. As you exhale, articulate. Send it out. Option to clasp hands. So as if you're grabbing onto a rope, you can let the shoulders come out of the pocket, really round the belly, round the spine. On your next inhale, open up. Coming into warrior 2, top of the mat. Front knee stacked over the ankle. Flip the right palm back into our dynamic style. Inhale, reaching up and back. Reverse warrior. As you exhale, swim. Left followed by right. Coming into a Skandasana variation. Left arm reaches back. Right arm reaches over left thigh as if you're catching a frisbee or as if you're catching a frisbee. Swoop back through. Transition, top foot needs to pivot and move. So pick up the ball of the foot. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, swim it. All the way through. Let your torso rotate. Top foot picks up. Catch that cosmic hacky sack. Last time through, dynamically, reaching up and over. Inhale, reverse. Just reaching up, don't overcomplicate things. As you exhale, swim it through. I'm reaching. Let the torso rotate, hips stay stable. 4th round, we're gonna hold about 2 breaths. Front knee, shin is almost vertical. Spine is tall as if you're doing upward dog. 1 more inhale, reaching up, protract the shoulder, very little weight in the back hand. Exhale, all the cues, all the yogic cues coming back at you. About 2 breaths right here. Knee is softly bent, spine is still long. Using outside edge of the top foot against the mat. Feels amazing, big inhale. As you exhale, transition through. Left hand will plant down. Inhale, coming into a low lunge twist. As you exhale, drag the foot. Right foot will drop outside, left leg. Both hands plant, inhale. Left leg up, fold it across the right thigh. Let it drop, open up the hip, drop it down. 2 more times. We'll break it down, no worries. So you're gonna come back over from your basically set up for Wild Thing, stepping into the dragon lunge, right foot outside right hand. Let's break this down. You're in a runner's lunge, right arm's gonna reach up. Take a big inhale. Now you're gonna continue that rotation as if you're trying to put your right thumb over the side. Right foot's gonna pick up, planting down, knee stays bent. Both hands, fingers can be turned out. Pick up the bum, the hips. Stretch the left hamstring and then just fold it across the right thigh. You can even drop the hip a little bit for an added stretch. Modification, omit this section and just keep the leg up. Drop down, take a little bit of weight off the hands. 1 more time. Coming from your prep for Wild Thing, just right into dragon lunge. So follow your shoulders, your hand, rotate the torso, take a big step. Nice long spine, inhale, arm reaches up. Now this rotation is gonna continue, which is gonna affect my shoulders, your rib cage, outside edge of foot, and then drop straight down. Left leg will pick up, stretching the hamstring, fold it over the right thigh, option to drop the hip. This go round, we're gonna hold the highlighted asana. Coming through, make sure left leg stays nice and tight like a baseball bat. Stepping through the dragon. Stamping down through big toe, hips are stable. Looking for that thoracic rotation, 2 breaths here. So I really want to twist as you press the left hip forward, as you pay attention to the breath. On your next inhale, continue the motion. This time I'm not going to let my bum drop. Keep the hips lifted, pick up the left leg, hold here. And this is just like, you know, you're back in high school or college. Maybe you went to a hip college and you had break dance sessions. Left leg is nice and long. Now just pick up the left leg, bend the knee, bring it over the thigh. 2 breath here. Option to drop the hips low so you'll get more of a hip stretch with the left leg. About 1 more breath. Straighten left leg. Drop down for a second, take a little bit of weight off the hands. Come back through. Scorpion. Big inhale. As you exhale, drop the left forearm. Keep the left forearm planted. We're going to test the core. As you exhale, lean forward. Squeeze core. Knee to right tricep or elbow. Inhale, back to scorpion. Exhale, drop. Pull yourself forward with your left forearm, your left hand. Squeeze. 1 more. Inhale. Scorpion. Exhale. 4th round. You know what's coming up. Inhale up. Drop the left forearm, holding here. Bring it through. Right knee to right tricep, squeezing the core. Feels amazing. Inhale, 3-legged dog. As you exhale, option to stay on the top of the foot. Lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Switch to tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing. We'll have 3 tries on this one. You're going to jump, donkey kick 3 times. On the 4th one, you're going to hold. And we can start off by just a little bit of a hop, or you're just going to kick the hips towards the ceiling. That's 1. See if you can switch the feet as you come down. 2. 3. 4th one, think hips up. In between the hands, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to vinyasa and then go right to the other side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back. Option to vinyasa, lower down halfway. Ooh. Come back to your breathing. Feel the hips, the shoulders, the feet. Downward facing dog. Right to the other side. And I noticed on the first go round, we didn't hold the first part of the main flow, which is fine. We're just going to go through it 3 times. Inhale, scorpion. Bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, start with articulation, squeeze, knee. Start to pay even more attention to your inhale and your exhale. Coming into a sense of mindfulness as you move. 3rd one. Relief is coming up. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Set yourself up. Insider tip. If you come to your fingertips, it'll help you elevate a little bit more so you can stack the knee over ankle a little bit easier. Back heel is lifted. Right hip is slightly extended forward. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, sun gaze, drop the bottom knee. Inhale, arrowhead, reaching. Exhale, Shiva squat variation. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, sun. Inhale, arrow. Exhale, Shiva. Ooh. Got a little overzealous. Inhale, 3rd round. Find your balance. Exhale. Connect your core. Inhale. Feel your foot. You can also drag the toe into this position. 4th round. Crescent, hold for 2 breaths. Shoulders are actually slightly coming away from the lats. Rotate the biceps outward. Sink into the movement, into the shape. On your next inhale, drop into sun gaze. Elbows towards the ribs, pressing the right hip forward, sinking the hips lower, going into the sunken place. Inhale, coming into arrowhead. Ooh, yes. Now your hamstring, I know you're feeling it because I'm feeling it, but that's all good. Just send some focus to that area of the body, going right into the Shiva squat variation. Notice I'm dragging the toe to maintain connection. Drop the hips a little bit lower, send the arms up a little bit higher. On your next inhale, stepping back, transition through. Open to warrior two, breathing here. 3 sets, inhale, star, heels in, toes out. Warrior two to the back. See if you can keep your spine quiet, meaning that the axis of the spine doesn't really move. It stays pretty much vertical, even as I sink into the hip. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Free your shoulders, and obviously free your mind. Use your breath to find a sense of balance. Now the 4th time through, we're not going to hold the transitional asana, which is warrior two, or the star pose. We're holding to the back, warrior two, about 2 breaths. Take a look down towards your knee. If you cannot see your right big toe, you got to wiggle your foot a little more forward. Sink into the hips a little bit more, separate the shoulders, lengthen the chest, proud heart. On your next inhale, back to star. Breathing here, and we have inhale, exhale. Different vantage point, inhale, exhale, 2 more. We're not going to hold it this time because we already held it on the other side, but I want you to see kind of the pattern. Arms up, inhale, elbows in, chest up, exhale, send it. You got to start with the elbows, send everything forward, round the spine. Inhale, stand. Exhale, warrior two on the other side. Transitional movement, flip the left palm. It's a slight shift forward. Inhale to reverse, reaching up and back. Exhale, left arm followed by right arm. Top foot has to pick up so that you can come into your, not scandalous Skandasana, I was going to say super Skandasana. Reverse it through, so just feel how it goes from point A through point B, reaching through, pivot the foot. The back foot slightly turns out, but not much. Last time dynamically, shift the weight. Top foot picks up, points back forward, plant the toe, the foot. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, let your upper body rotate, let it twist, let it go through, let it affect the lower body. Last one. Now, here's what we're looking for. Is just a reverse warrior. So that's like a warrior that's turned his or her clothes inside out. Because that's how warriors roll. Reaching up, take a big inhale. Now here's the frisbee catch. Just reach over. You're going to stretch because you're playing ultimate frisbee. I've never played it, but I've always wanted to because it looks really cool. Catch it. Breathe here for about 2 breaths. Spine is nice and long. Hips are so elongated. Dropping the bum towards the floor. Engage the outside of the left foot. Coming back through. Transition. Right hand down. Inhale. Low lunge twist. Continue the twist as you go outside edge of the right foot. Plant it. Inhale, right leg high. Fold it. Figure 4 it. Maybe drop the hip it. Right leg comes back out. Right leg is straight. Lift up the hands so you have a little bit of relief on that particular movement. Coming up and over. We're just basically rolling right into dragon lunge. Just keep your right foot tight so you can go the outside edge of the foot into the dragon. Sounds like a Bruce Lee movie. Inhale, low lunge twist. Look, see how that outside edge of the right foot just helps me drop down into my Taking it to the streets move, hips pick up, right leg lifts, fold it. We're gonna hang out. This one feels fantastic. If you've been sitting at a desk all day, you've worked out, you've done a lot of squats, you're gonna need that one. Best believe. Coming into the dragon, last time through dynamically, low lunge twist. Spine is still tall. Keep your spine on this axis. I'm just gonna turn. Notice my head or my spine doesn't really drop too much. The more aware you can be of your spine when you're moving, the better you're gonna move, because the more connected you're gonna stay. And then you're gonna be a master of movement. And when I say master, I mean male and female. All right, last time through, holding right here. Dragon lunge, low lunge, twist. Spine is long. I like to elevate the pelvis a little bit, one more breath. This movement's gonna keep my left arm, strangely enough, is getting heavy, which is gonna enable me to drop down. I'm not gonna let my bum drop this time. Right leg picks up, hold here for 2 breaths. You might feel your triceps shaking. Grip the mat with your fingers. You are animal. Grip the mat with your toes if you need to. Fold it, and then you can just drop it down. Stay here for 2 breaths. This is what I'm saying. This was what I was waiting for. Fantastic. Right leg is down. Take a little bit of pressure off the hand so you can just feel a little bit better about your life. Come back through. Scorpion. Drop the right forearm. Keep the right forearm down. Exhale. Soft bend in the left elbow. Inhale, scorpion. Drop the forearm, which is going to enable you to stretch that left side more. I'm going to curl. Use your leg. Use your right side oblique, and then squeeze the core, coming into external. Rotation of the hip. Drop the forearm. Squeeze the core to a neutral rotation. I believe this is the last time. On the 4th round, we're going to hold. Scorpion, notice that when you drop your right forearm, just let gravity do its thing. It'll open up the left side more, put a soft bend in the left elbow. Next inhale, breathe through it, holding here. You can feel the right forearm. Dome your upper back, point the left foot, tippy toes on the right foot. How lucky are we? Inhale. Exhale, rolling through. Lower down halfway. I'm on the top of the left foot. Flipping to both. And this time, we'll only do it twice. 2 donkey kicks, and then on the 3rd one, option to do like a little hover, hold, or just practice the 3rd one again. Soft bend in the knee. Your modification, FYI, you can just do this, just to get used to the feeling of transferring weight. Otherwise, think hips towards ceiling, and then left foot down perhaps. Hips towards ceiling, right foot down perhaps, and then both hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Hands to heart center. Tadasana. Come back to your breathing. Notice where it is. For me, right now it's in my heart. But there's been times when I've done yoga practice and I feel it more in my belly. I feel it more in my shoulders. I feel it in my feet. Feel where it's at and just observe and pay a little bit of attention to it. Send some love to the breath. And while you're at it, see if you can breathe a little bit deeper, expanding it into the body along with whatever it is you're focusing on. And if it's just openness, then be open. If it's love, be love. But you don't have to interfere. Just let the thoughts go one after the other. And pretty soon you're going to notice that you're not really your thoughts. You're kind of observing everything. Slide the shoulders down the back. We are now going to do 1 breath, 1 movement. Here we go. And starting with the vinyasa, toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, arms reach directly overhead. Let the shoulders be free. As you exhale, take up the space, take up the volume. Forward fold, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, option to vinyasa. Elbows in. 90-degree angle with the arms. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Starting with the right side, inhale, scorpion. Exhale, or tiger curl, knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, sun gaze. Inhale, arrowhead. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, star. Inhale, warrior two to the back. Exhale, star. Inhale, sun gaze. Exhale, expand, contract. Inhale, warrior two on the right. Flip the right palm. Let the breath go. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, swim it through, right followed by left. Exhale, Skandasana. Going right into the dragon. Inhale, low lunge twist. Exhale, drop down. Don't let the seat drop this time. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, fold it. Inhale, drop the hips. Exhale, left leg extends. Inhale, scorpion. Exhale, drop the forearm. Knee squeezes in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, Ekapada. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Big breath here. Inhale, as you exhale, bend both knees. Send the hips up towards the ceiling. Feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump or step back. Low to high to upward. Exhale, downward dog. Left side, inhale, scorpion on the left. Exhale, articulate, tiger curl. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, sun gaze. Inhale, arrowhead. Exhale, Shiva variation. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, star. Inhale, warrior two to the back. Exhale, star. Inhale, sun gaze. Exhale, let's call this the Buddha belly. Inhale, warrior two on the left. Breathing here, flip the left palm. Inhale, reverse warrior. Swim it. Exhale, coming into Skandasana. Inhale, right into the dragon. Twist. Exhale, drop. Keep the seat and the hips lifted. Fingers turned out. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, fold it. Inhale, drop it. My favorite one right there. Straighten the leg back out. Going right into scorpion from a low position to a high position. Drop your right forearm. Squeeze. Knee to tricep. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, articulate through. Top of the foot. Top of the foot, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here, take a big inhale. As you exhale, bend both knees. Inhale, think hips up. Feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more sets. This time a little bit more fluid. Palms by the sides. Less cueing, ideally. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, send the breath where you need it. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, scorpion. Exhale, tiger. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, sun gaze. Inhale, arrow, coming into the balance. Exhale, Shiva variation. Inhale, warrior two on the right. Exhale, star, heels in, toes out. Inhale, warrior two to the back. Exhale, star. Inhale, sun gaze. Exhale, Buddha belly. Inhale, warrior two on the right. Flip your left right palm. Inhale, reverse warrior, big motion. Exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, drag into low lunge. Keep the hips up. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, fold it. Inhale, drop it. Exhale, extend it. Go right from low to a high scorpion. Inhale to exhale. Squeeze. Inhale. Ekapada. Articulate through. Inhale, upward facing. Free your spine. Free your shoulders. Free your hips. Big inhale. As you exhale, bend both knees. Look between the hands. Walk, float, or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Look towards the belly. Use your gaze, your drishti. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Palms by the side. Left side now. Inhale. Exhale. Where are you sending your breath? Do you have any thoughts? And if you're just breathing, you really shouldn't. You should just be feeling the body. And your mind is bumping up against the shape. And the breath is connecting everything. Scorpion, tiger, inhale, three-legged. Exhale, runners. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, sun. Inhale, arrow. Exhale. I have to drag my toe on this one to find the balance. It's all good. Inhale, step it back. Open up into warrior two on the left. Exhale, star. Inhale, warrior two on the right. Exhale, star. Inhale, sun gaze. Exhale, Buddha belly. Yes, my friends. Inhale, warrior two on the left. Breathing here. Flip the left palm. Inhale, reaching up and back. Inside out, your warrior. Give me a big swoop. Give me momentum. Swoop through. Dragon, twist. Drop it. Keep the hip up. Inhale. Right leg high. Exhale, fold it. Inhale. Sink your battleship. Right leg is straight. I'm going from low. Momentum to high. Scorpion. Drop the right forearm. Bend the left elbow. Squeeze it in. Inhale. Three-legged. Articulate through. See if you can keep the left leg higher than your hips in that moment in time. Tuck back toes. My breath is in my shoulders right now. That's all good. Think hips higher than going forward when you go to jump. Exhale. Inhale, think hips high. Feet land between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Palms can be flat. Inhale, reverse. Exhale. Inhale, palms by the sides. Last time through this time, we're looking for fluidity and momentum, and as if you're writing in cursive in the moments that you can follow along. Hopefully it won't be too fast. Definitely not going to be too slow. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Palms flat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Inhale, scorpion. Exhale, tiger. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, runners. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, sun. Inhale, arrowhead. Exhale, Shiva. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, star. Inhale, you got this. Exhale, back to star. Inhale, gaze at the big star. Exhale, Buddha the belly. Inhale, warrior two. Breathing here. Here's where I want momentum. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, dragon lunge with a twist. Inhale, exhale, plant the hand. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, fold it. Drop as low as you can. Left leg is straight. Inhale, scorpion. Exhale, drop the forearm. Squeeze it through. Inhale, three-legged. See if you can keep the foot higher than the hips and the head. Amazing. Feels fantastic. Exhale. Breathing here. Take a big inhale. Hips up rather than forward. As you exhale, bend both knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last time through. Hopefully that wasn't too quick for you, but if it was, can always hit pause in your mind or physically. Shoot it back. Regardless, you should maybe memorize this flow and then riff on it yourself. Downward dog, like a musician. Scorpion, tiger. Three-legged, runners. Crescent, look at the big star. Inhale, exhale, Shiva. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, let your body be free. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, big sun, big star, big heat. Exhale, Buddha. Inhale, warrior two. Breathing here, momentum, inhale, reverse. Exhale, all the way. Skandasana, look, momentum is carrying me. I'm barely doing anything. Coming into the serving it, taken to the streets. Fold it, drop it as low as you can go. This one I would hang out on if I were you. You could hit a little pause right there. That one feels amazing. From low through high, scorpion. Drop the right forearm, squeeze it, kick it back. Three-legged, trying to keep the hip or that foot high as I can, using my glutes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck back toes. We'll give you 3 times again on this one, so practice so you can kick. Think hips going up. If your right foot landed, think left foot next time. Last one. Forward fold. Have the seat all the way down. You take a little twist. So sole of the right foot on the floor. You can go to the outside of the left thigh. Left arm reaches up. Easy twist. Here's a little piece of advice. Very little weight in the back hand. A little gangsta shavasana at the end. Turn it down in a second. Right leg is straight. Some of you are like, no, turn it up. Foot can go outside. This is just a quick little cool down. At the end of every workout, even if you're doing yoga, which is less of a workout and more of a fascia-focused practice, always finish with some type of twist and an easy back bend or forward fold or a combination of the two. Come back into a seated position. We'll do one more little twist. This time I will mirror you. I'm gonna turn down the gangster beats. Ooh, yes, my friends, okay. So simple seated position, that means that your heels are in line with the belly button or the center, and then that heel followed by the other heel are all in one line. Relax your hips. Inhale, left arm reaches high. As you exhale, take a twist. Since you've already twisted once, you can twist again. Your waist, think of your waist. This is going to be interesting. Think of your waist being really high and long and your hips stable. That's going to enable you to get a little more out of the twist. So see if you can separate your waist from the hips. Coming back to center, right arm's going to reach up high. Exhale. So again, I'm thinking I have a Stretch Armstrong type of waist. Stretch Armstrong was an action figure from the 20s. So if you don't know what that is, that's all good. Basically, it was like a Laffy Taffy man. Or if you're into comic books, think Reed Richards from Fantastic Four. Easy twist, coming back to center. As you exhale, forward fold. Now we're gonna do last round of breathing. This time on our box breathing, we're going for 10 seconds. We're only gonna do it once through, and I'm not gonna say anything. This will be the inhale. This will be the exhale. Oh, sorry. This will be the inhale. This will be the hold. This will be the exhale. This will be the hold. So just visualize in your mind a box and superimpose that over your mind. Some of you have a little more of an imagination than myself or others. Some of you have a little bit less than myself or others. It's all good. Whatever you imagine or visualize, something is going to pop up, and see if you can use that to help you breathe and focus. Big exhale. Here we go. Meditation teacher once told me meditation is a little bit like taking a cloth and dipping it, like a white cloth, in red dye. The first dip comes out, it's probably very lightly colored, but the second time it gets a little more pink. Third time it starts to get darker. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth time. Pretty soon you're going to be able to stay in a meditative state a little bit longer than you would. And it's going to come in handy in the times you least expect it. Maybe when you feel stress coming on and you're able to let it go, or you are able to put yourself in a state of serving others. Like if you right now you think about not the last time you smiled, but what about the last time you made someone else smile or made someone else happy or was of service to someone else and you saw that they benefited from it. That's kind of, I would say, maybe the more meditative state that is egoless, it's serving, and it can be done, but it just requires mindfulness practice, maybe every time you do a yoga class. Big inhale, arms come overhead. As you exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for allowing me to teach. We will see you next time. Namaste.